good. It's a triple-double for Bella Earl.
Goes matched up with a speedy guard. Great screen, spin move, layup, he missed it. Williamson fights for the board. His putback is good.
As we reach the end of non-conference play, it's time, and WAC openers are 12 days away on New Year's weekend. We check in with the Southern Utah women's basketball team off to their best start under head coach Tracy Mason at 7-3 before the trip to California in the LMU tournament this weekend. Joining us is sophomore guard Sierra Chambers. Chambers led the comeback in a win over WNIT participant New Mexico State with a career-high 27 points, matched a career-high with 7 assists about a week ago before the Thunderbirds fell at Boise State. Sierra, thanks for joining us today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you guys went from the last team in the WAC last year to record a Division I win in conference play to not only, a 7-3 mark, but 2 wins over WNIT participants, one of them being probably one of the top 3 wins the WAC has this year in that Washington State win.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys do it so quickly? I mean, I know a lot of last year's team was back, but you guys had to replace 4 starters.
Yeah. I think for us, it was just not paying attention to the standings before or the preseason rankings and just working every day and knowing that we can compete with anybody. And if we keep working hard, then we can win any game we want, or most of the games we're playing.
Yeah. Last year, you came out, you made a splash on the scene with a 15-point performance against Utah. And then the offense kind of fell off for you as the year went on. Kind of talk about what it took for you to get back on the horse offensively this year, because 27 points against a team like New Mexico State is no small feat. A New Mexico State team that prides themselves on their defense.
Mm-hmm. I think last year my role wasn't as scoring as much as it is this year. So I think just knowing like what the role I need to play in, and if I need to score or pass, and I think just being more, I just tell myself I need to be as aggressive as possible. So I think switching my role and my mindset and just telling myself that I need to be more aggressive.
Talk about kind of the, in terms of a switch of a mindset too, switch of a tempo offensively. You guys were one of the slower tempo offenses in the conference last year. This year, you guys have made it an emphasis really to get that ball out and get it up the floor on the break. Just kind of talk about where that came from. Was it just, watching other teams or realizing the personnel you had and that you could play that way?
I think realizing the personnel we had, and I think that's a goal for us this year, is to play faster, get more points in transition, and just push the ball up the court. So I think we find a lot of success in pushing the ball in transition. So I think that's one of our strengths.
Talk about what the process was like in terms of, putting together for, basically a new starting 5 to surround Ava. Obviously 2 junior college transfers, Brooklyn Feely making a splash early. But just what was that process like in spring and summer, and as you guys went into fall camp?
I don't think it was that difficult. I think we just all kind of came together. We knew we had a lot of new players. So I think like as we started training, it just kind of came together more, and then everyone kind of like fell into their roles. And then from there, we just kept playing.
As we mentioned, 7-3, couple non-D1 wins, but you still can't take away with what you guys have done to start the season. In 12 days, WAC play begins, and it's you guys are going to host the school to the south, as Spencer McLaughlin likes to call them, Utah Tech, in that WAC opener. How excited is the team for WAC play, and to show that you guys are a different team, and what you guys have done in the non-con is legit? And
yeah, we're very excited. we've been working really hard over the summer and especially in the preseason. So I think it's just very exciting to show what how hard we've worked.
Um, is the AFEC going to feel different without the student section there? Because the 29th, that whole first week is Christmas break week.
Mhm.
So is it going to feel weird with a somewhat empty AFEC?
Maybe a little bit, but we always have our donors and sponsors that come to the games, and they live in Cedar City, so I think we'll still have a good amount of people supporting us.
Um, Speaking of crowds and donors, last night it looks like you guys had a little bit of a team dinner. Was that at Coach Mason's place
Oh
or
yeah, it was at Coach Allison's house.
okay?
Mhm.
Um, Talk about what is Christmas break like for a college basketball player? Because for the most part, if you're in an MTE or if you're in a conference that starts early, you really don't get to go home, do you?
Yeah, we get to go home. So we're leaving Friday. We're doing the tournament in LMU. And then I think it's the 21st. We get to fly home that night. And then some people are flying back the 25th or the 26th in the morning because we have practice that 26th. And then our game is that 29th.
So you get to
So we
enjoy
get
a
like a few
little bit
days.
of time at home
Mhm.
outside of, being, courtside after a game, right? You get to
Yeah.
maybe celebrate a somewhat traditional Christmas before flying back home.
Mhm.
How far is LMU from where you grew up in San Ramon?
I think it's a 7 hour drive, maybe an 8 hour drive.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think
So
the flight is like an hour and a half. So
yeah,
it's a super quick travel day for me.
yeah. So you just go back to LAX and then
Yeah, go straight from LAX to Oakland. So it's pretty straight flight.
when
Pretty
you
quick.
were looking for a place to play in college, was being on the West Coast where your parents and your friends and family could see you play a boatload one of the big
I would
factors?
say, yeah, I would say I definitely like in my mind, I wanted to play at a school outside of California and but stay on the West Coast just so I could come home and be close to home and my parents could come to some of the games. But yeah, Utah is pretty close to California.
Um, so when you made your visit, like talk about what your visit was like, because Ava mentioned it when I had her on this summer. It's like in some places, what you see isn't what you get.
Mm. So yeah, for my visit, I just came right after AAU season was over, and then I talked to Coach Tracy, and then I met the staff and everything. And I honestly love Cedar City. I love the school. I love the staff, and I got to spend a lot of time with the girls on the team. So I think that made it feel more like home. And then I committed after my visit. I really liked it, and I could see myself going to a school like Southern Utah.
Um, so we talked about it earlier, the triple round robin. Have you ever been a part of that at any level of basketball, playing the same team in a league 3 times? And
No.
how weird is that going to be when we get to February and the end of February, and knowing that one of those last couple matchups, one of those last couple teams you play, you could see in Vegas in a week.
Yeah. I think that's the craziest part too, is like in the tournament we could also play them for a fourth time. So I've never been a part of something like this.
Was what was the reaction when the schedule came out, or when they told you, hey, we're playing everybody 3 times? Was there like a kind of
Yeah, a
really
little
okay?
bit, but for me it was kind of just like, okay, I guess.
Yeah,
Like it is what it is.
wherever they tell us to go, we'll go.
Yeah.
Um, Tell me what you remember about the 2023 NCAA tournament run and that 23 team that won the WAC, and how motivated you guys are to bring a title back to Cedar City, because admittedly it's been a couple of rough years for the T-Birds.
hmm Honestly, I don't really remember it. I don't think I was committed by that time when they won the
Okay.
championship, but I think it's a goal of ours like that we want to go to the championship. We want to play well and it's a personal goal of mine that I really want to win. So I think we've been working towards that for like a few months now. So I think it's something everyone wants.
Has your role changed? Have you become more of a leader this year than as opposed to last year, with
Yeah, I
the,
would
the
say for
seniors and
sure.
the fifth years being gone?
Yeah. hmm
Kind of talk about that evolution, because one of the things that I remember talking about with Ava this summer was how even the underclassmen got to have a voice over the last couple of years.
Yeah. I think last year we just had a lot of fifth years and girls who graduated. So I think also since having a lot of new girls come in, like it was my responsibility to kind of just help them out, like what we do in practice or like how things are supposed to go. And also, I think the role as a point guard, I have like a lot of responsibilities and I kind of fall into a leadership role. So I love being a leader on my team.
What was the biggest thing you learned from that graduating class of true seniors and fifth years? It could be something on the floor or off the floor.
Um, I would say one of the most important things is who you surround yourself with and like the friendships you make on your team. And I think it's really important to like have good chemistry and good friendships on your team. I think that's one of the most important things.
So that even if some if it does go sideways, we're not we're not bickering in the
Yeah.
hotel room, we're not bickering on the plane.
Yeah,
We're
like
like, okay,
after
let's put
after
this,
practice.
yeah,
Yeah, after
let's put this
practice or
back
after a
together.
game, it's
Okay,
over.
we got it
Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
um when you look at Southern Utah and kind of the WAC tenure, obviously the 2023, but I think people will remember the Washington State win. Just talk about what a tone-setting win that was for you guys this year, because I think a lot of people saw Washington State on the schedule going to the AFEC, and they're like, okay, it's Washington State. They're still
Mhm.
going to win, even if it's a close one. But just talk about how that set the tone for you guys, because I mean, realistically, it was your season opener. I mean, no disrespect to the
Mhm.
non-D1 you played to start with.
Yeah. To us, I think it just like showed us that we can compete with any team on our schedule. And I think we went into that game with a lot of energy, like knowing that we are just as good as them. And so I think if we come in with that mindset to every game, like we will perform well.
Did did you guys know that like Utah Valley basically went toe to toe with them in the WNIT last year? And did that give you some like, hey, if Utah Valley can push them, we can push them or beat them kind of thing?
I'm not sure, but I know that they had a few close games before us, so we kind of like took that as like we can compete with them as well.
Um, all right. Let's What kind of excites you about this group? Is it the fact that you guys are still so young, right? This is the youngest team that Coach Mason has had in her tenure here. Does it excite you that the core of this team can stay together for 2 or 3 years and do some damage, not only in the WAC but when you guys move to the Big Sky as of July 1, 2026?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting, and I think gives us time to improve and grow as a group together. And I think I love it, honestly. We're all super close, so.
What was the biggest thing you learned out of that little Mountain West road trip there, Colorado State and Boise? Couple of tough losses. You guys hung with
Mhm.
them, but just couldn't get yourselves over the top. What was the biggest thing you learned from those two games that you guys want to take to Los Angeles, and then when you come back home to the AFEC for Utah Tech on the 29th?
To start, I think our energy, like I think we need to approach every game with a lot of energy and that consistency as well. Like we want to be consistent through all four quarters and not be like up and down. And then I think we can take that definitely to the LMU tournament and going into the WAC season. So I think just consistency and energy for us.
Okay, how excited are you to start with your regional rival in the WAC there, the school to the south that's about, what, an hour and a half down the road? How
Mhm.
excited are you to start with the regional rival?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, but I don't think many people will be at the game, but I think it'll be a good game.
Um, all right, we're gonna, now that we've knocked off a couple of road trips here, we're gonna do a little something called getting to know the T-Birds. But before we get there, when I talked to Ava this summer, she said you were quite the pickleballer.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm just competitive. I don't really pickleball that much.
Is it
I just get
more
mad when I
competitive
lose.
skill, like I hate to lose, versus pickleball proficiency?
Yeah, it's more like I hate to lose than I like pickleball.
Because I was going to ask, I was like, is there any? I was going to ask if there was any tennis in your background, but it doesn't sound like
No.
it, that it's just pure competitive grit. How heated do those matches actually get?
Honestly, like not that heated. I try to like pretend like I'm not mad sometimes. But like it's fun. Like we usually all do it as a team together too. So it's like at the end of the day, it's just like fun.
Is there like a court on campus, or do you guys
Yeah,
have
we
to
have
go
like
to?
a few courts like right outside our PE building. So we used to
Okay.
do it more over the summer when we had more time, but now that it's cold, we don't really play pickleball that much.
Yeah, what's the December like in Cedar City? Is it a pretty chilly
Hmm.
experience?
Yeah, it's pretty cold right now, and but we haven't been getting that much snow. We got a little bit of snow in October and November, but we haven't gotten that much lately.
So, did growing up in Northern California help you get used to the Cedar City winter? I mean, it's still pretty close to Vegas, but
Yeah.
it does get pretty chilly at night from what I remember down there.
Yeah, honestly, the cold doesn't really bother me. It's just I hate driving in snow.
Mm. I think a
I'm
lot
not a
of
big
people
fan of
would
that.
feel that way.
Yeah, because we don't get snow where I live in California, so it
Really?
it was a yeah, we don't get snow at all, but it was a big difference when I drive in the snow.
Oh,
I
okay.
had to tell myself to go slow, but
Well,
it's
yeah,
fine now.
yeah. Everybody. It seems like in California, everybody drives like it's the back straightaway of the Daytona 500, whether it's raining, it's snowing,
Yeah.
it's blowing 40 miles an hour in Palm Springs. Um, all right, let's do a little something called getting to know the team. Well, let's do rapid fire first.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go 5 to 7 or so questions, just whatever pops in first. All right, what
Okay.
is one show that has been on the Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Paramount, Tubi binge watching list this summer or fall?
Um, I try to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, but I didn't get through all of it. I don't know which it's on one of those. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
All
probably.
right. Let's see. Favorite dining spot in Cedar City.
Chipotle.
All right. Uh, favorite trip from your freshman year in the WAC, like outside of
Seattle.
Utah.
Seattle.
All right. That seems to have been a popular one. A lot of people
Mhm.
missed that trip. Let's see. Best and worst subjects in school.
Best. Well, actually, worst. Worst is math, and then I think best. I enjoy writing.
Okay. Are you like English major or just general studies right now?
And business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. All right. Seeing as though the Powerball just got another kick up to 1.3 million, and I believe Utah is a Powerball state. If you were to strike it rich winning the Powerball, what would you do with that money?
If I had $1.3 million,
Yeah, if you won the Powerball, the current Powerball at 1.3 million, what would you do with that money?
um, probably go shopping. Yeah, shopping, get groceries.
Let's see. All right. Favorite dessert.
Ice cream.
Uh, do you have like a flavor combo or like ice cream and brownies?
Um, I'd say cookies and cream is good, but
Okay.
whenever I go to Cold Stone, we don't have one here, but I love like the cotton candy flavor. It's really good. Yeah.
What's the good like local Cedar City ice cream spot? Is
Um,
there like a mom and pop place that's like,
we have a place called Bullock, and then it's like ice cream. You can do soda. It's candy too. So whenever we have visits, like recruits coming, we like always take them to that place.
oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Last book you read.
I don't remember. Probably something for school,
Um, let's
maybe
see.
a textbook.
Okay. All right. On the plane, window, center, or aisle?
Um, aisle.
You're the one that likes to get up and walk around when once they get to cruising altitude.
I just like to turn around and like see if anyone's back there I can talk to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Anything but the middle. Actually, I don't mind the window either, but it's like anything but the middle.
Okay. Let's see. All right, and then we'll do a little bit of getting to know the T-Birds since we've got some new faces to get to know. All right. Who is who's most likely to be kind of the one that they got to knock on that the coaches have to knock on their hotel room door to wake up first thing in the morning on the road?
Um, I would say Val, one of our freshmen. Honestly, any of our freshmen, I
Still learning
think.
how to travel?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is most likely to be on Love Island or The Bachelorette in 5 years? If those shows are still around in 5 years.
I would say either Denver or Charlie.
All right. Who is most likely to be the last one to leave study hall?
I would say Bella or Courtney or Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Most likely to dump the Gatorade cooler on Coach Mason if you guys win the WAC tournament.
Ava and Brooklyn.
Um, who has the team's biggest sweet tooth? And by extension, who is the team's resident baker?
We don't really have a baker on our team this year, but I would
Okay.
say all of us kind of have a sweet tooth. Like
Okay.
any after any meal, we're all like a sweet treat. Like we want, like we're like, let's get dessert.
All right. Who is kind of the team's resident foodie? Who's most likely to go on Yelp and kind of plant some bugs in the ears of the coaches as to where to eat on the road?
I'd say Bella.
Let's see. All right, who has the team's most complicated Starbucks order?
I don't, maybe I think Devin. Devin or Morgan.
Okay. Let's see. What is one what is one trip that the team always looks forward to during the conference season?
Um, Honestly, I think we all look forward to the tournament at the end,
Yeah.
at the one in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who is most likely to be the one that, let's see, most likely to be the sideline reporter on ESPN?
Um, like in what ways? Like
Like
just like
doing
reporting the game.
sideline on like a college football or basketball game, kind of like what Kendra does at the office.
Um, I would say probably Bella. Bella's very
Okay.
spontaneous. Yeah.
Um, let's see. Most likely to most likely to end up on. We did that one already. Uh, most likely to most likely to be valedictorian when they graduate.
Morgan.
All right, and then one last one. Who is most likely to win on the go-kart track? If that, who's the most aggressive driver on the team?
Bella.
So if the coaches took you guys to K1, she'd probably come out on top.
I don't know if she would come out on top. I think she would just like get in the most crashes. But I think
That
whoever would come out on top, I think Courtney would come out on top.
okay.
Yeah.
Coach Mason, if you're watching this, or when you watch this, there is a K1 by CBU if you have time on that road trip. Southern Utah, Sierra Chambers, thank you so much for joining us on a Wednesday afternoon. I assume y'all are flying out to Los Angeles tomorrow for the LMU tournament.
Yeah, Friday.
Friday morning? Okay.
Yeah, Friday morning.
Safe travels to Los Angeles. Best of luck against Omaha and LMU. And we'll see you all on the 29th back in the AFEC for the WAC opener.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to the Straight Outta WAC podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and other podcasting platforms. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Remember to follow WAC Hoops Nation on all your favorite social media platforms.